Contrary to popular belief, booby-trapping your home against invaders won't always be in your legal favor. If you rig up a firearm or an explosive to go off with a tripwire, you will get sued, even if it doesn't kill the person that was trespassing. The amount of homeowners that get dragged to court and found guilty for protecting their homes in this way are too many to count. Don't make that mistake. The point is not to kill or permanently maim the trespasser, but you can sure cause them a heck of a lot of discomfort for stepping foot on your property without legal repercussions. Or you can set up your home in such a way that by tripping a system, you can at least get enough time to arm yourself or get you and your family out to safety. Here are some simple, cheap, and very effective ways to keep your house and yourself safe from invaders. Gunshot simulator. Since we're on the subject of fatal means to protect your home, you might not be able to rig a firearm up to a tripwire, but you can set up that tripwire to sound a heck of a lot like the real thing when it goes off. Besides scaring the living daylights out of the intruder, this will accomplish something other than a brown stain in his underwear. It's going to tell you whether or not this guy has a weapon on him. When that bang of a noise blasts off, his reflexes are going to kick in. And that's probably going to cause him to instinctively pull the trigger of the gun he's holding, if he's got one on him. You don't want to put up a gunshot simulator near your bedroom. You want it at the points that you know are the weakest. The hallway, the garage, and the laundry room are great places to consider. And rigging a simulator isn't all that hard either. All you need is a tripwire that's connected to a CO2 canister or a flashbang. The moment that wire is tripped, a sound like a gunshot goes off, alerting you to an intruder. Then one of two things will happen. You'll hear a second round fired directly after the wire's been tripped, meaning you'll need to get yourself armed real quick because this guy's packing. Or he's going to run, thinking someone's shooting at him. The same method can be applied to simple tripwire alarms set up over doors and windows, triggering a warning that someone has breached an entrance. Running lines and mouse traps. And speaking of tripwires, they don't have to be connected to anything for a wire to be of great use to you. Tripping a burglar to simply fall flat on his face is going to cause enough noise to wake you. And any night thief, after that big of a blunder, is going to run back where he came from before meeting you head on. If you've got a man's feet out from under him, he's going to become the one who's at a disadvantage, turning the odds in your favor. Seriously, the simplest tricks are sometimes the best way to go. Think along the lines of pranks that you pulled off as kids at camp. These guys are coming in expecting you to be armed or fast asleep. There's no in-between for them. But a mousetrap spray-painted black to camouflage it in the dark, trust us, that's going to raise all kinds of hell when his fingers get snapped when he's trying to climb through a window. Embrace your inner Kevin McAllister. Pressure plates. Or you can start setting up traps around your perimeter before an intruder even makes it to your house. Pressure plates are simple and can be made using everyday items that are in your garage right now. As the name implies, when a bit of weight, say a foot, steps on the plate, the pressure completes the circuit and triggers an alarm, a loud bang. Or if you want to go the extra mile, it can be attached to a pepper spray canister, blasting the person with a blinding spray of literal torture. It can totally be set down inside a home too, but this is the perfect booby trap for houses with kids and pets. The thing about a pressure plate is that it doesn't have to carry the threat of injury if you don't want it to. If it's just an alarm, the worst it can do is alert you that your teenager is sneaking out at night. At best, it's an inconspicuous item that looks just like a piece of random cardboard that a crook won't care about stepping on. Cover it with leaves or a doormat, and they won't even notice it at all. Perfectly hidden, simple, and very effective. Remotely operated lights. Buying remotely operated lights isn't all that expensive, and they're relatively easy to get set up. All you really need is a Wi-Fi connection. And you can randomly turn lights on and off inside your home when you're miles away, giving the illusion that someone is there. A lot of the newer models don't even need electricity or batteries to run. Most houses are cased out at least a day beforehand, and the more effective criminals will keep a neighborhood under surveillance for a few days before making a move. The moment you pack up your car and leave for a weekend trip, they're going to know. This is also where neighbors come in handy. As much of a danger as humans can be, they can be of more help to you than harm. Talk to someone you trust. Get them to make fresh tracks across the snow in your garden. Have them remove any packages from your porch, and if you know them well enough, ask them to sleep over once in a while. A house that's not lived in for even a few days becomes a sitting target. Prevention is better than the cure, after all. Low wire entanglement. Low wire entanglement is an old military trick that's been around since barbed wire fences came out around the First World War. Now, using barbed wire can cause a whole lot of legal trouble for you, but cheap, smooth, and thin wire that you can get for a few dollars at the hardware store works just as well. All you need it to do is to get tangled around a person's ankles. It'll make them go down hard, and they'll stay down. Getting that tangled mess off of your ankles usually requires a tool to cut you loose. It's not just going to slip off. Think low to the ground, placed behind the shrubbery that grows under your windows, and next to your entryways. It just needs to be a knotted mess of wire, staked into the ground with sticks to be effective. Once that footstep makes its way into the spider web of wire, there's no getting out easy. For good measure, spray paint it black to hide the silver and reflective shimmer in the night, and twist a few barbs on yourself. They should not be long and sharp enough to cut through a foot, just nippy enough to snag a pant leg and shoelaces. A few scratches from some spaced out and shallow handmade barbs isn't going to land you in jail. But the old barbed wire traps used in the war will cut so deep that a foot needs to be amputated to get it free. The point is never to kill or seriously injure the intruder. 90% of the time, these opportunistic break-ins are just that, crimes of opportunity. At the end of the day, deterring a criminal is as easy as giving them a good scare. But if you're unlucky enough to be one of the few targets that happens to meet an armed threat, then getting them down on the ground is going to give you the best chance of survival. Don't let the criminals get the upper hand in your house or in the courts. These guys come in expecting alarms, cameras, and at the very least, an armed homeowner. They want to get in and get out quietly and quickly. They aren't looking at the floor for pitfalls. Their eyes are on the countertops and drawers, seeking the things that can be grabbed for as much value and for as little effort as possible. Think smart, think simple, and stick to the old tricks. They'll keep you on the right side of the law, and they'll give the burglars, who should be punished, the humbling experience they deserve. And finally, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe so you can always stay in the loop. This is Threat to Survival. Prepare today, thrive tomorrow. Embrace the threat to survival.